Mint is the debut EP from Abir, who joins us here in San Francisco.
Hey!
Welcome to the 415.
Yes, I love it.
First time?
This is actually my second time. I came here once before last month for the first time.
I didn't see that. What happened?
And then this is my first time performing here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're here on the last stop, and Thanksgiving
That's right.
is like tomorrow at the time of this recording, right? Have you been like kind of thrown out of sorts because you have no idea what day it is, and just like Thanksgiving is here and you're like, what's going on? And
Exactly, that's how I feel. Like literally the other day I thought it was Monday and my sister's like, girl, what are you even saying? It is not Monday, it's Saturday. I'm like, oh, you know what? I get a pass.
Well, that's tour life, right?
Yeah,
Is
for
it what
real.
you expected it to be? This is your first tour.
Yeah, you know what? It's definitely, it's intense, but it is what I expected it to be. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah. Anything that surprised you? Any bad habits that you picked up that you like, who am I? Why am I doing this right now?
You know what? I wake up at like 10 minutes before lobby call. Lobby call will be like 4 a.m. and everyone's up at like 3. And I wake up at 3:50 and I'm like scrambling to get everything together. I'm a mess.
There's that meme, right? With the guy rushing into the bathroom.
I know, yeah. I've
you.
seen that one.
I want to see video
that
of
was
that.
me all of tour. That literally was me all of tour.
My name is Abir. I'm so excited to be here. This is my first time performing in San Fran. I'm very excited.
As an opener, I feel like it's very similar to the way you got into music growing up, in terms of performing in competitions, talent shows, and just whatever you could get a yes to, right? How has that background afforded you some of that confidence? Because I would think that as a performer, you're like, oh God, these people have no idea who I am. They're talking, they're drinking, their backs are turned to me.
You know what? I always make it my mission before I go on stage. I'm like, girl, this stage is yours. Kill it like you are the headliner. No matter what, you have to go out there with the confidence that you're not just the opener. You're trying to win over these people, and the way to do it is to be your complete self and to be who you want to be in your head. So it's like, I want to be a headliner. So when I go out on stage, I'm not acting like an opener. I'm giving the swag, I'm giving the vocals, I'm out here.
Yeah. You're not just powering through your set.
Yeah, exactly.
Not saying anything in between songs.
No, that's my favorite part, is just being able to connect with the audience. They have no idea who I am, but I'm like, let's have a little tea time. Let me tell you a little bit about me. And they all just been super open and welcoming and really, really great.
Taking a step back, your parents immigrated here from Morocco.
Yes.
And your dad ran a limousine company.
Yeah.
What was it like hanging out in limousines as a kid? That's gotta be so weird.
It was great, obviously, pulling up to school like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
But man, my dad had no idea until I started kind of sharing that story that he contributed so much to why I'm even a singer. Like, the music that he played inspired me to want to sing. And before, he'd be like, girl, it's a hobby. Stay in school. You know what you want to be, right? You know what you want to be. It's not a singer, right? It's just a hobby. But when I tell him, I'm like, no, those limousine rides, those trips from school to home to school were like my favorite parts of the day, and helped me essentially find out what I actually wanted to do, what kind of music I like to sing. Like, I was in the backseat singing Ella Fitzgerald, Etta James. I was singing everything, Sarah Vaughan, until I eventually got an actual voice. And I was like, oh, I'm never gonna stop. And my dad was like, I'm over it.
Before writing, it was more observational, trying to listen to what other people experience. Now, with a few years of living, this EP Mint is more personal.
Yes.
And some of the songs on there are very relatable, I think, for a lot of people. And with Reunion, for example, and
it's my favorite.
Young and Rude, right? And shouting out to people like, "Hey, you're working 9 to 5s. You used to party. What's going on? Are you really at that stage in your life right now?
Seriously, no. Mint was the last year for me. It was like realizing that it's just different, and a lot of what I pulled from, like the experiences that I pulled from, like happened literally within the last year. So all my friends, like well, not all my friends. My friends will look at me crazy if I said that, but a lot of my friends are having kids, getting married, like nobody's really coming out. You know, it's like I'm going back home to visit and things are just so different, you know? You see the ways in which you've changed when you go back to these places that are so familiar to you. So Mint is pretty much, I always say on stage, I'm like, Mint is me spilling the tea on everything that's happened with my relationships, friendships, family within the last year. And it's not like being my first project. I always like, and when I was younger, I was like, oh, it's gonna be epic. I'm gonna do this like conceptual thing and it's gonna be mind blowing. But when it came down to it, I was like, I need to just get music out there that feels good, like feels good right now, tells what I'm going through, and can help people like see my story, see what I have to say. You know, gives me a chance to express myself.
Yeah, that's just an EP form.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of material to fill up an album?
Oh,
or
yeah.
do you intend to take those experiences and continue that story?
Yeah, you know, I haven't thought about the album quite yet, but I know I really do. I think with the album, I will do that whole conceptual thing. I want to tell more. There's always more. It's like you got to keep peeling the onion, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. It'll be fun when I get to that point.
Yeah, I'm really excited and looking forward to that, because especially now you have a lot of momentum behind you too, right?
Yeah.
Cash collaboration you did. You did Macklemore, Fabulous way back when.
Yeah, Fabulous.
Yeah, so well, best of luck with everything.
Tink you.
And
Thank
thanks
you
so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it is Abir. Her debut EP is called Mint. You're watching B-Sides on Air.